My name is Diana. I am 18 years old. It wasn't until recently that I realized that the family I grew up with is not my biological family. But no matter what, they would always be my family. I knew that I didn't resemble either my father or my mother, but I thought that I resembled my grandparents. This was because I have never seen my grandparents. They were involved in a car accident and died before I was born. I wish I had met them. I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. I am the 4th born in our family. All my siblings had long canines, but mine were short. I thought that after shedding them, they would be long, but the permanent teeth were also short. Sometimes my older brother's eyes would turn red whenever he was angry. His canines would also elongate, forming fangs. I didn't know what the reason was, and I never dared to ask him. I never told anyone, and I'm sure even my brother wasn't aware of what was happening to him. I one day saw my father too, when he was angry. This thing disturbed me, but I never told anyone, even my best friend. When I was 10 years old, my brother was 21 years old. He was in college, but he used to visit us every holiday. During summer break, he would come home and spend time with us. He was different from when he was still in high school. He would disappear at night and would not be back till morning. I didn't know where he was going. There was this day I had a nightmare, and I was afraid to sleep alone. I went to his bedroom, wanting to sleep with him. His door was ajar, and I decided to peep in first so as to not wake him up. I was shocked by what I saw and ran back into my room. My brother was drinking what looked like blood, because I have never seen any drink that was that red. I kept quiet, and the following day, I acted like everything was okay. The following day, I saw a wolf in our garden, and when I screamed, my brother appeared from nowhere. That was very fast. Nobody could run that fast, and that was when I realized that my brother was not normal. My brother and sister turned 15, and they too had those characteristics. I thought that maybe when I turned 15 years old, I too would have those characteristics. However, on my 15th birthday, nothing changed. My family started treating me differently. They were extra careful with me. They would give me anything I asked without hesitation. There was this trip and I wanted to go, but it was expensive. My brother told my dad, and he paid for it. I was surprised, but I just went to it. I decided to tell my best friend everything I knew about my family. My best friend said that my family could be vampires. I told her that it couldn't be, because I never believed in vampires. Vampires are mythological beings who roam the world at night, searching for people whose blood they feed upon. Those were ancient beings, and I believed that they would not exist in the 21st century. She told me that vampires drink human and animal blood. I went back home and saw my family gathered in our dining room. I wanted to surprise them, hence I never informed them that I was coming home early. I heard a weird noise coming from our house, and I rushed to where they were. Everyone's fangs had elongated, and their eyes were red. They were the ones that were growling and drinking blood. Everywhere smelled like blood, and I knew that what they were drinking was blood. I was terrified and ran to my room. I locked myself up and didn't open it to them when they knocked on my door. I called my best friend and told her that my family were indeed vampires. She thought I was joking, but when she realized that I was serious, she came home. She used the window as we usually do. We rarely used the door. Most of the time, we used the window. She climbed my window and came inside to comfort me. She told me that my family would never hurt me. Because I was different, it meant that I was not their biological daughter. I woke up the following day and decided to ask my family. I found my parents waiting for me in the living room. They told me that they were waiting for me to turn 18 years before they told me the truth. They said that my mom had undergone an operation when she was delivering a baby. She was semi-conscious when a nurse came in and said that she wanted the baby to give her a physical examination. After a while, a nurse came in and asked where the baby was. My mom told her that a nurse had taken her for a physical examination. The nurse said that the physical exam for newborns didn't exist. That was when they realized that the baby was kidnapped. The security camera footage showed the fake nurse had kidnapped the baby. First, she changed her clothes in the restroom. Then she left the hospital with me, pretending that I was her baby. 2 weeks later, the police said that they caught the culprit and that the baby was found. I didn't look anything like my parents, and my mom said that I was not their daughter. The chief convinced them that I was hers. A DNA test was conducted, and it showed that I was theirs. But as I grew up, I didn't have any of the vampire's characteristics, and that was when they knew that the chief had faked the results. They told me that they didn't love me any less because I would always be their daughter. I was happy and I hugged them. I asked them why they never wanted me to know, and they said that they thought that I would feel that I wasn't part of the family. My siblings also apologized for not telling me. I forgave them and they promised that they would never hide anything from me again. I am happy to have this family, and I'm always proud of it. I usually sit with them when they are drinking the blood. I once tasted it, and it wasn't bad, but I didn't enjoy it. I will just be watching them as they drink. I love them all the way I used to before. Nothing has changed.